center position, standing 6'11", number 42, Nene. At small forward, standing 6'8", number 1, Trevor Ariza. At the other forward position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 33, Ryan Anderson. And starting at guard, number 13, James Harden.
Rockets here at home in this Western Conference matchup, live here in Houston. We've got an action-packed Saturday night of NBA action for you. Thanks for joining us. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke.
Been a nice clean game, huh?
So the Rockets win the tip. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. The Splash Brothers are the guards. Durant is out there with Draymond Green. And it's Pachulia in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now, here is Harden. Shot is no good. Good D by Thompson. Last season for James Harden was easily his best yet. Finished second in the MVP race. Put up huge numbers with career highs in points per game scoring. Greg at more than 27 a game.
And also carried that Rockets team that dealt with a plethora of injuries, mainly to Dwight Howard. And second in the league in scoring, I mean, narrowly losing out to Russell Westbrook, who just went on a tremendous tear the second half of the season, and then also finished runner-up in the MVP race.
And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. And it's Green missing. Harden against Thompson. Harden the pass to Ariza. Launches it. No luck. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Jumps up, and then Durant with the dunk.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Steve Kerr had a few moments to share with me. We went over the matchups in tonight's game, and when we came to Nene, he told me, now there's a player. You just don't find big men with that kind of body who's that light on his feet. I don't know if it's his soccer background, but the way he moves, it's awfully tough to stay between him and the iron. Guys, that's the goal, but we'll see if they're able to make it happen. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
The Warriors have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Curry kicks to Green. Here's Pachulia. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Everly with the ball. In the corner, Harden. A beautiful reverse layup. Harden's got his second basket of the night.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
And good on the basket. Book it.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry. And the Rockets have lost out on some free agent wars the past few years. They have remained competitive, but you wonder what could have been if they landed or kept some of those big names. And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Harden against Thompson. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
Let's go.
And with the Rockets, it's no secret that they take a very analytical approach to team building. Greg, you and I talked about that. And Clark, you know, you wonder if that hurts them in free agency.
Well, you know, when your front office makes no qualms about viewing players as simply just assets, it can be a hard sell to a free agent.
Here's Curry, and there's the foul. It goes on Ryan Anderson. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Capella's checked in. Moniunas comes in for Anderson. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And Gordon subbed in for James Harden. They get the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Moniunas. Kicks it out to Gordon. To the inside. Just 5 to shoot. They get a hand on it. Fires from deep. Offensive rebound. For 3, Beasley. The shot no good. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's West. It's deflected. Left side, Gordon. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the second player taken in the 2008 draft, Michael Beasley out of Kansas State, has been the ultimate wild card. Incredibly high expectations for him. At one time, he was the best high school player in the country. But now, you know, Greg, in his 8th season, he's bounced around a little bit. You wonder if he will ever fulfill that great potential.
You know, you could argue he's the best player in college that 1 year at Kansas State. I mean, unstoppable scorer and rebounder on the collegiate level. And he's shown flashes, but that's the one thing about this level. So much of the game is mental. And not everybody's equipped to handle the responsibility of being a great player.
Excellent point.
And thinking about Michael Beasley's career now, he did have a breakout season in 10 and 11 with the Timberwolves. It was enough to land him a 3-year, $18 million contract with the Suns a couple years ago. Arrows seemed to be pointing up, but then things headed south quickly.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Here's Brewer to the left side wing. He kicks it to Moniunas. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne. And for last season, it was really just a victory for Beasley to get back in the league. I mean, did not start the season on any team. No doubt he has the skills, but something needs to happen for him in order to stick.
Here's Iguodala from the baseline. It's rebounded by Houston.
Great looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
Beasley kicks to Moniunas. Outside Gordon. Moniunas has a screen for Beasley. He dishes it to Moniunas. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
It's Beasley on the wing. Here's Brewer. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one, and he gets it to go. Livingston. Shot misses. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Rockets ahead, up 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports.
Check it out.
And Kevin Durant always in the gym, always working to improve. We asked him where that inspiration and passion originated.
Comes from me being 8 years old and me just saying I want to be the best player.
Year-by-year improvements until he became the best player in the league and won an MVP. Now, the challenge, Greg, is to get back to that level after the injuries. Obviously, I think we all feel it is possible for him.
And you're absolutely right, Kevin. I mean, he's definitely proven in terms of the talent, the skill, and athleticism. What we find out now after dealing with the adversity is, does he have the heart and drive and that competitive spirit to be considered still among the very best?
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
They've won the effort battle, and that's allowed them to control the backcourt.
And it's been gang rebounded. I mean, everybody has done a great job boxing out for him, and it's showing up on the stat sheet.
Beverly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Nene is out there with Ryan Anderson, and it's Ariza in at the three, the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Now here's Harden. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Nene kicks to Harden. Second shot opportunity. And Pachulia pulls it down. The Warriors leading. Here's Thompson. Rebound by Nene. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense. But their defense, you know, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season. And some nights, the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
And you know, with the Warriors, it goes beyond the stats. High character guys, tremendous culture. They had a lot of guys that could guard multiple positions and defend them well. That was a big reason they became champs.
Harden against Thompson. Dishes to Beverly to end the run. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Beverly's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter.
And you just look at this Warriors roster, and there are a ton of defensive playmakers. That ability to switch everything and be fine is what made them so tough on the defensive side of the ball.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. Following the score by Golden State, Harden has a wide open look. And another 3 for Houston.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Durant dishes to Green. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
Here is Harden. The Warriors making the shot. The feed to Anderson. 5 on the clock. Softly drops in the floater. Anderson's got it all tied up now for the Rockets.
You know, the teardrop sometimes is one of those, oh no, oh yeah shots.
And Curry, here we go. Durant, wide open, he fires. Off target from three-point range.
And guys, it's easy to forget sometimes just how young Kevin Durant still is. I mean, last season, he became the second youngest player to get to 15,000 points.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. The pass to Pachulia. Thompson against Beverly. Thompson outside. Shot clock at 6. And it comes off the front of the rim.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Thompson against Harden. And the 3 off target.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Durant for 3. And the Warriors miss again. Rockets leading by 3. Beverly with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Beyond the arc. Ariza with the bucket. Ariza's got 6 points.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. When you think back to the 2009 draft, the Thunder selecting James Harden 3rd overall, and there was some second guessing there.
Yeah, and Tyreke Evans, Kevin, taking a pick after him, won Rookie of the Year. But with time, Harden's talent is proven out, and you could argue he should have gone first in that draft.
And, you know, you think of Harden on the Thunder. They didn't want to give him that max contract, but it's hard to argue that he's not worth every penny.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. He made sure that everyone was on the same page and that the offense needed to run through Stephen Curry. When Coach addressed the guys in the huddle, his message was clear. Quote, he's who we want getting the bulk of the touches. He is who we want making our decisions. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
And guys, when you talk to other players on the Rockets, James Harden more and more becoming a vocal leader. I mean, tremendous confidence and swagger and determination, but that confidence can be contagious, and it's allowing him now to be a leader on this team.
It's rebounded by Livingston.
This is not the slam dunk contest. You don't get do-over. You got to finish the job.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Moniunas.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
When you think about Shaun Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark 4th back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
Pulls it from the elbow. It's rebounded by Houston. Harden's got his 4th rebound in this one. To the middle. It's stolen by West. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. No good from Clark.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Here's Harden on the wing. 7 points in the game.
What a shot!
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you to give up a shot like that to close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end-of-quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Rockets lead by 4. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, Kevin, obviously a very close game. What has been your approach tonight?
Well, we're just trying to pack the paint. Those guys are great. So we're just trying to make them see a few guys, get some deflections, and get some easy baskets.
Kevin, thank you so much. A hard-working Kevin Durant, gentlemen.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. The biggest lead of the quarter was only 3 points as they traded baskets back and forth. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, the reserves really came through when they needed a spark. This is a close game. Any points you can get from your bench are huge. I thought the bench guys came in and asserted themselves like they wanted a starting spot. And that's what you want. Subs who are ready to produce the moment they step on the floor.
Shaq, how'd you think the Warriors were playing?
See, Ernie, this is what I'm talking about. You know, I was the king of this. See, you got to pound that ball in the paint, and they were doing that. I like to see more of the same in the second half. Don't start shooting jumpers now.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kev.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far.
Take a look at what Harden's been doing. 9 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
Warriors trail by 4.
Yeah, the Rockets were able to make it to the second spot in the West at the very end of the season. Actually came down to the last day. They could have ended as low as 6 going into the final game.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And Golden State looking at who they've got. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Draymond Green is out there with Durant, and it's Pachulia in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Last season for the Rockets, they finished as the number 2 team in the West to the Golden State Warriors. But, you know, they had to battle the whole way through.
Yeah, in part because of injuries. I mean, the Rockets did well to come in second in the West, but it was because they took care of the so-called easy games. 33 wins in the conference, but a record of 12-16 against the other playoff teams out West.
Here's Nene, and that one is hammered home. Warriors trail by 4. Outside Curry. The 10-footer. And he connects with the jumper. Curry's got 11.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over him.
You know, guys sometimes love proving people wrong. You know that from guys you've played with. And, Greg, this mismatch gives him an opportunity to quiet the haters and naysayers.
Yeah, okay.
5 on the clock. Goes up the baseline. Harden gets the bucket. 11 points in the game.
Exactly what they want right there. Continue to get good looks.
Curry against Ariza. Curry attacking. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Thompson with it. He's picked up by Ariza. There's Green with the 3. No good. So Houston will take it the other way.
And the Warriors put the ball in Thompson's hands a lot more last season. He ran the pick and roll and attacked the rim, taking more advantage of his size and ball handling ability at that off-guard position.
Well, Greg, for Thompson, last season an uptick in his free throw attempts and his assists, and Clark, a reflection of his activity with the ball in his hand.
He's a complete player, terrific offensive player, outstanding defensively as well, and what I like about him is he never lacks for confidence. He stays aggressive at both ends of the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Ariza. And Gordon subbed in for James Harden. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Hey.
That free throw missing. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, timed for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
To the paint. It's stolen by Green. Golden State moving the ball around. Pachulia, good.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of creating those opportunities on the inside.
Nene, the screen. Durant against Harden. 6 to shoot. And he gets it to go. Harden's got 4 this quarter. Warriors trail by 5. Timeout called the Warriors.
Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Pachulia. Now here's Durant. 8 points for him, and that one's good. Durant's got 10 points in the game. Third quarter of basketball here in just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Beverly against Curry. Curry with the steal. 4-on-1 and they're running. Oh, and the jam by Durant.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. West is checked in for Golden State. Livingston comes in for Curry. From deep, Harden. Shot is off. Good defense by Iguodala. As we're talking about the Warriors, you know, they were built to play with each other last year. The bigs could all pass very well, and that set up the three-point threats.
And then even on the defensive side, I mean, they had players that really complemented each other. I mean, some undersized power forwards who countered with rim protectors. I mean, they also had the length at every perimeter position to switch on any play. So they are equally as adept on that side of the ball. And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. They're rebounding.
And Clark, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
We've got 1:13 left here in the third quarter. Beverly, the pass to Anderson. Iguodala against Harden. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Houston making some changes. Capella's checked in. And it's Montiunas in for Ryan Anderson. Picked by West. Livingston kicks to Thompson. And a miss there on the triple. The Rockets have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Beasley against Iguodala. Beasley in the post. To stop the drought, and the basket good. A bank shot that time. Beasley's got 5.
He can be a matchup nightmare if he can get it in the paint.
Here is Livingston, defended by Beverly. Livingston kicks to Durant. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. 15 points for Kevin Durant.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Now here's Beverly. D right on him. And Brewer kicks to Capella. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And thanks for joining. Us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Here's Beverly. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Ryan Anderson out there with Nene, and it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And here's Harden for 3, and that one's good. Harden's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Rockets. Ariza against Curry. And here's Green outside. It's hauled in by Beverly.
Well, that's clearly a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look at it.
No doubt about it. You cannot let up defensively just because he missed that one. His shot's it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Curry attacking. No good. Good work defensively by Harden. Houston leading by 3. Three-pointer. Harden missing again.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Just a great battle these two teams are waging here today.
Boy, it sure is, and I'm getting the sense that this game could end up being decided by just 1 or 2 plays down the stretch.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Before getting dinged up, Brian Anderson was rolling. I mean, over the first few seasons of his career, improved in efficiency in all areas. Then he had the back injury, and last season his shooting percentages really went south.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr was going over with his team. The message, stick with it. He said the game is right there, fellas, right there for the taking. But we've got to play with purpose and precision. Kevin, can they get it done?
Warriors trail by 7. And getting back to Ryan Anderson, in 2012, he won the NBA's Most Improved Player Award. Then, in the summer of that year, he landed an enormous contract in a sign and trade.
Yeah, and that's the good Ryan Anderson. If he can stay healthy, he's a tremendous asset, and he isn't just a shooter. He can get it done on the backboard as well.
Ariza has the open look. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
That's good. 17 points for Kevin Durant.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Nene into the lane. Oh, that's blocked. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. And then Durant with the jam.
Major league big boy throwdown right there.
And he keeps a tight grip on that rim after the finish.
Yeah, maybe that'll give them a little bit of that swagger that they seem to have lost.
Timeout called the Rockets.
You look at Kevin Durant, and he does have a bit of an unusual body type. Still is fairly thin, even after 8 years in the league. Yet up until last season, he'd been one of the more durable players in the league. Kind of like Reggie Miller in that regard.
Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Ryan Anderson. Beasley inside, guarded by Green. And Michael Beasley picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Warriors. Talking about Durant's physical makeup, some scouts were actually worried about his athleticism when he declared for the draft after just 1 year at Texas. At the NBA Combine, Greg, you're talking about this. He posted some of the worst numbers of all the top prospects.
Yeah, he did, but I tell you what, he did blow people away with his length. 6'10", with a 7-foot 5-inch arm span. I mean, that makes up for a whole lot in this league. And as we've seen throughout his Hall of Fame career, I think it's worked out pretty nice.
I think it has too. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Stephen Curry.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
And that one's good.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Count the bucket. Curry's got 4 points in the quarter.
Loose D here. Critical stretch. I mean, you're better off sending him to the free throw lines than to have him get that good a look.
And here's Beverly. Harden outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good on the 3. Warriors trail by 4. Now here's Curry. They set the pick. Got a hand on it. Thompson against Beverly. Nene kicks to Beverly. Fires the 3. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Beverly. Beverly's got 3 assists tonight.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
1:12 left in the 4th quarter. The Rockets making a switch here. Capella's checked in. .112 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Curry kicks to Pachulia, and he gets it to go.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Harden inside the 3-point line, and again, the Rockets good for 2.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're losing by 7. 54 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Durant. Buries it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. 50 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Green against Harden. The 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Here's Durant. Buries it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. Here is Harden. A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
Timeout called the Warriors. They trail by 5. We've got 28 seconds left in the game. Goes up off the inbound. And it's Durant missing.
The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done. Plain one-hand flush. I love it.
Clark, I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike.
Yeah, the one hand lets you get up higher.
No doubt about it. At least it looks like that from this angle.
Curry kicks to Durant. It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And he commits the intentional foul. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
Warriors foul. Play. That's his first personal foul.
Free throw good from Harden. Now Curry. Over to the left wing. From deep three-point range, no good. So Houston wins it. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know, at this stage, you've got to defend your home floor, and they did that.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sidelines. Doris?
Well, congratulations on this win, James. And did you feel like the chemistry tonight with how the team continued to get you the ball made the difference in getting you into your rhythm?
Yeah, just stuck with it. You know, teammates kept encouraging me. I think we kept moving the ball and getting easy shots. They did a great job of looking for me.
It inspires great confidence when your teammates believe in you guys.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game. James Harden. The fourth quarter was all him. It was like he couldn't miss, and it was just one basket after another. And how'd you feel about his performance, Shaq?
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. You get jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
That was the James Harden we've come to know and love. A player that brings nothing but fear to players that have to guard him. I've said this for a while now. He's the best one-on-one player in the NBA. And even if it's not a one-on-one situation, even if you throw the kitchen sink at him, he still gets the job done. It's the confidence, the drive, and the spirit that makes James Harden a superstar.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal,
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson joined by
dynamic duo. Dynamic duo.
동전한 입조차 쉽고 일 없어. 잠 못 들던 그때보다.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you here at Quicken Loans Arena in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. It's the home of the Cavs, live on 2K Sports. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. They've got Noah, Anthony out there with Porzingis. Then it's Rose, and it's Lee in at the 2-guard.
And right before Carmelo went down with the injury last season, it seemed like he had added the fadeaway to his game, molded a little bit after Dirk Nowitzki.
And James gets it to go. Rose with the ball. Outside Anthony. And the rejection by James. To the middle. Got a piece of it. About a minute played so far here in the first. And it's Rose penetrating. Deep two from Anthony. Anthony missing again.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Here's Irving. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D, because that clearly was a breakdown.
Some nice passing by Cleveland here. And here we go. Lee heading to the hoop. The layup missed.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
And that one's good. Love. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Pass to Porzingis. Uncovered. No good. So Cleveland will take it the other way. And Thompson kicks to Love. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Love's got 5 now.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Love.
Hey, guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait one more year. Clark has a lot to learn, but still comes over, as a much talked about player, a much better player than had he declared last season.
I agree with you, yet he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, the Latvian had a great shot for his height, and he'll be an interesting stretch for in the NBA.
Good call.
Got a hand on it.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Rose passes to Porzingis. No good with the triple. Cleveland leading by 4. Irving dishes to LeBron.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
The Knicks have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Rose can't hit.
And although he doesn't quite get the block, he does get the missed field goal attempt because of his ability to alter the shot.
Well, almost as effective as a block. I mean, made him completely change his release point, and I think that caused the miss.
And a wide open look for Lee. New York, no good that time either. Cleveland with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. And LeBron throws it down.
A surreal alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
And guys, it had to be, because not nearly as easy a play as they made it look.
Here's Rose, following the basket by LeBron James. Rose kicks it to Noah. Good D by James.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Now here's LeBron after the miss from Joakim Noah. No good from LeBron. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first quarter. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Irving for 3. Knicks with the rebound. And there's a call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Dunleavy's checked in. Here's Porzingis. And the shot is good. Porzingis has got 6 points.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
James in the post. He has 7. Another miss by James.
And for the Cavs last season, their toughest test would be in the finals against the Warriors. Like every other team, they just couldn't handle the Warriors for a full series. A great run to the finals, and surely they'll want to return there this season.
Now, here is Irving. 27 seconds left to play here in the first. 6 to shoot. Love, and he dunks it down.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
Knicks trail by 8. And stolen by James. Ahead, all alone, and Shumpert slams it in.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Boy, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
Outside Jennings. 2 on the clock. That's short off the rim. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Cavaliers lead by 10. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And before the game, Carmelo Anthony talked about how he prepares himself mentally to carry this team. You don't hear too many players, Greg, saying it's easy and they're not too concerned.
Yeah, or talking about possibly winning basketball games. But I have a feeling he's more concerned than he talks about and when he says it's easy. It may be for him, but it sure didn't look easy for the Knicks last season.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. We're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
They seem to be a step slower, and that's one reason why they've been able to own the rebounding edge.
Well, the anticipation's been better. As the ball hits the rim, it's gone right to them. Solid job of them chasing it down and anticipating.
Channing Frye out there with Dunleavy. Then there's Kevin Love. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Williams at the 1. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Well, last season would be one where Kevin Love played a different role, saw his numbers decline. But that was, I think, especially with LeBron and Kyrie, much better players than he ever had in Minnesota. That was to be expected.
It's a great point, Kevin. And Love dropped about 10 points per game in terms of his output. The field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage was down, but still, he traded it all to be on a winning team. And I really feel like his numbers will start to go up as he makes the adjustment to playing with great players.
Good point. Now here's Thomas. Shoots from the elbow. Can't get it to go.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
From deep, Williams. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 4 assists now tonight.
And, you know, for Love last season, we knew he'd be in a supporting role to LeBron. You put any player next to LeBron, and he automatically becomes some kind of role player.
And thinking back to Love and his numbers last year, we saw the same thing from Bosh when he played with LeBron. Love and Bosh had similar reductions in scoring, but both were still great players, and they both have the ability to adapt and impact the game in other ways.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
Yeah, just frustrated by their lack of production offensively, and I can't blame them. I mean, they're getting the looks, but the shots just aren't falling.
Yeah, and the slump that they're having shooting the ball can take its toll on you if you're not mentally strong. So I like this time out here to try to get those guys reset and refocused.
James Jones, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played, and that one's good. Rose has got his first basket of the night.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
And here is Williams. Kicks it to Dunleavy. Just 5 on the clock. Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
Knicks ball.
Hey.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Well, Clark, what can you say about the Knicks last season? They had a lot of trouble on their road trips, among other things.
Well, especially on the road. I mean, only managed to get 7 road wins on the season, Kevin.
And he finishes nicely on the way up. And the Cavaliers lead by 15.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Now, here's Thomas. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
And for the Knicks last season, they actually shot decently on the road. They just didn't play any defense, and that's kind of what did them in.
Knicks trail by 15. And Holiday kicks to lead. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Timeout completed.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
Well, you know, going back to the Knicks on the road, they just forgot to defend the three-point shot. I mean, they had the worst three-point field goal percentage defense with their opponents making 40% of their threes against them. That was the worst in the league.
LeBron's checked in for Dunleavy. Now here's James. He has 7.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Williams attacking. And here's Fry from the arc. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. Knicks trail by 13. Outside Rose. Floats one. Lee passes to Thomas. And Rose wide open. He shoots off the left rim and out. For Cleveland, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. LeBron kicks to Fry. Williams with a clean look, and he's good on the 3-ball. Williams has got 6 here in this quarter.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
No good from Lee.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
You know, Channing Frye signed a 4-year, $32 million contract in 2014. And in the very first leg of that contract, promptly had his worst season in 5 years. In fact, he even lost his starting job along the way.
Well, talking about Channing Frye last year, the three-point shot still there for the second straight season, Greg. He hit the second most threes among power forwards again, landing in back of Kevin Love.
Yeah, and offensively fine, but that defense, Kevin, was not there. And Frye was neither quick enough or aggressive enough to stop anyone. And you know he has the talent. It's up to him. He's got to dig a little deeper if he really wants to realize his potential.
And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. Was way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well, and you could just see him.
Boy, you got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man down.
You know, Clark, and even then, he might just go over it.
He could.
Look at this. Check out the elevation he gets.
Major.
Wow, I tell you, I just cannot get enough of those kind of plays. What a rim wrecker.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. 1:10 left in the first half of basketball. Anthony against James. Down with both hands.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
And again, it's the Knicks missing. The Cavaliers on offense. They're on an 18-6 run. Shumpert gets a wide-open look, and it's off from three-point range. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Nice shot by Vujacic.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
James kicks to Shumpert. Another miss by Shumpert. Jennings dishes to Anthony. There's the triple. Jennings can't get that one to fall. On its way from Irving for 2, and no good trying to get that one. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Cavaliers on top, running away with it. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with LeBron, and you obviously have been very productive. How pleased are you with where you're getting the basketball and how you're scoring?
I'm very pleased with my individual performance right now, but not so pleased with how I'm trying to help our teammates. I got to do a better job of trying to get our teammates in the flow as well as keep myself in a good groove too. So hopefully I can do a better job of that in the second half.
LeBron, thank you. Kevin, he can't do it by himself.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Cleveland did not hesitate to set the pace. You could see the daggers in their eyes as they went on a 10-4 run to start things off. After a solid quarter of play, they held a 10-point lead. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
I love how they opened the game up. They pushed the ball up court at every opportunity, and they put the defense on their heels. But it wasn't just a track meet. It was a well-thought-out strategy that the coaches had way beforehand. We'll see what adjustments get made to try to stop their transition game in the second half.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
Well, when you look at the opponent field goal percentage, that tells the whole story. They gave up way too many good looks. When they come out of the break, they got to play way tougher, Ernie. Get those hands up. Get in your opponent's face. Do something.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Kurt Rambis. Anthony is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Lee. Then there's Noah. And it's Rose in at the point. Irving against Rose from outside the arc. And again, it's Kyrie Irving with the triple. Irving's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, for the Knicks last season, saying it was rough is an understatement. There was a lot of turbulence, and some of it was due to their defense. They just had a difficult time stringing together stops and cutting down opponent scoring chances.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Rose against Irving. Now here's Rose. He's covered closely. He kicks it to Lee. Shoots from the corner. Love grabs the board. Love's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Over the Knicks last season, Greg, the defense a problem for him, specifically how they defended against perimeter shots, and in particular the 3.
38%, Kevin, of the threes against them went in. That was by far the worst in the league, and it's a big reason why they would end the year with the worst margin of victory in the NBA. How about minus 9.3?
New York calls timeout. 2 summers ago, all anyone could talk about was LeBron James and the return to Cleveland.
I mean, you couldn't write that stuff, Kevin. I mean, it was unbelievable, the storyline. I mean, after all the acrimony between LeBron and the ownership as well as the fans, but you know what? He said it best. He truly is back where he belongs.
He's home.
Yes.
He's home.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Irving against Rose. Dunleavy for 3. It's rebounded by New York.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
I'm watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
You can't afford to be playing that loose right now.
Definitely not. I mean, things have to be tight. You want to be playing smart, high-level basketball. You don't want to be brain fading right now.
Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for New York. They set the pick. Rose kicks to Lee. It's blocked, and it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. 3-pointer.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense. And, you know, for LeBron, he knew he had his work cut out for him in Cleveland. A younger team, unseasoned in the playoffs. They had to remake the roster a bit and gain that experience.
And LeBron and the Cavs, I think they'll have a chance to bring that long-awaited championship to the city of Cleveland. But LeBron's return was bigger than basketball. He said it was about hope and inspiring his home state. And no doubt that was accomplished in his first year.
And he gets it to go.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Now here's Anthony, defended by Dunleavy. And that one hits back iron.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
Irving kicks to Thompson. Oh, and here comes Rose, all alone. And he gets it to go.
Fast break opportunities do not get any easier than that one off the steal.
Exactly. The defense really no chance to get back.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
Timeout called, Cleveland. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games, and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
Clock at 4. And that one's good. Love's got 15 points. New York's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Anthony kicks to Jennings. Pass to Porzingis. Puts it up from 12. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Porzingis has got 4 points now in the quarter. Jennings against Irving. Goes up on the high post. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound. O'Quinn's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant. He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Here's Porzingis, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score a ball, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
James against Anthony. It's deflected. Outside Jennings. They get it back.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
I agree with you. I mean, not the shot they were hoping for, but he can really cause problems with his defense.
He feeds it to Vujacic. Shot from the wing. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Vujacic has got his second basket of the night.
Boy, you got to love that nice assist by Jennings.
Here's James, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Jennings passes to Carmelo. And the baseline jumper, no good.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
That misses, would have counted had it gone in. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Cavaliers ahead, opening up a huge gap. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. Action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. New York shooting just 34% from the floor. Mo Williams out there with McRae. Then it's Jones. Then there's Dunleavy. And it's Fry in at the 5. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Thomas, a screen on Williams. Jennings can't get it to go.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Here's Kuzminskis. Launches a 3. And there's Jennings. That's good on the assist by Thomas. Jennings has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for New York. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Cleveland moving the ball around. Top the key, Dunleavy passes it to Jones. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
The feed to Jennings. And the pass to Kuzminskis. But they get it back. It's back to Jennings. The wide open look here for Holiday. That falls. Great assist by Brandon Jennings. Jennings has got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And now one spot the Cavs did struggle with last year was help off the bench. They were last in the league in bench scoring.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Irving dishes to Shumpert. Love with the screen for Shumpert. Back to Irving. Feeds to Thompson. And he bangs it home with one hand.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Listen, the Knicks had a hard time scoring last year, just lacked any real presence in the paint, and lacking that paint threat makes things easier for the opposing defense.
Shumpert against Lee. From the arc. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Thompson's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And so the ball's out of bounds. Shumpert touched it last.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
New York's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. You know, at the Knicks, they were second to last in field goal percentage from their front court. Granted, they were hit by injuries. It seemed like all over the place all season.
Yeah, you know, with that poor field goal percentage shooting and being top 3 in field goal attempts on the year, not a good combination.
I love the killer instinct he shows right there, exploding to the rim to add to the lead.
Rose against Irving. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession.
Knicks ball.
Lee kicks to Anthony.
The wheels have completely come off for him here in the second half.
Outside Irving. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Knicks have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. And that one's good by Noah.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Irving passes to Love. Offline with his 3. For New York, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. The shot by Lee. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
Cavaliers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. That's tipped. They get it back. Leaps for it. Stolen by Noah. Outside Rose. And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Cleveland. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And Mo Williams subbed in for Kyrie Irving. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Porzingis. Lance Thomas comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Sasha Vujacic is checked in for Lee. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Rose. Here's LeBron. A terrific shot on the turnaround.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Now here is Holiday. There's the dish to Noah. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Cleveland. Brandon Jennings, he's checked in for New York. Cavaliers have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Williams dishes to Fry. Stolen by O'Quinn.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Cavaliers.
Clark, they simply ran him off the court.
It was all about the transition game. Fast break points, the difference.
And so many key players that you could point to tonight, but in particular, a great game for Irving. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Here's Thompson, outside jumper. And Fry kicks to Thompson. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. New York's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Kevin Love's checked in for Fry. James comes in for Mike Dunleavy. And Irving subbed in for Williams. Here's Love, throws down the breakaway jam.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
Jennings for 3, and he gets it to go.
And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to end on a high note. Too bad this run didn't develop sooner for him.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks, and he gets the bucket.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
And the rejection by Love. Shumpert. No good. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire. And it only got louder as that lead got bigger.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, you are in the midst of yet another great season, posting tremendous individual numbers and the team with an outstanding record. Is this the type of season that you set out to achieve right from the get-go?
I just wanted to play well. This whole season, I got back to what I know I'm capable of doing, and that's having fun with this game, and just believing in myself and my teammates. So I'm happy to be in a good place.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Doris, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Kyrie Irving. He found his rhythm in the second half, and there was no stopping him then. He was locked and loaded.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
Kyrie, Whew, I mean, you know, this dude is a composed, mature leader. Along with all that mental strength, he's got such an incredible feel for the game. He runs the floor, he passes beautifully, and he can shoot from lights out from anywhere on the court.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show.